a proud supporter of Kern County's future NFL stars. Honda has the highest fuel economy average of any car maker in America.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Barber Honda. Volvo Rents construction equipment. Present the Bright House Network's high school football game of the week.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, Kern County, and welcome to all of our Bright House Network subscribers. You are watching the high school football game of the week exclusively on Bright House Networks. I'm Vance Palm alongside Paul Press, and down on the grass is Brian Adams. We are on the north side. We are at North High School, where the Stars of North High will be hosting the Golden Hawks of Centennial. Centennial visiting with a 5-2 record. North High off the snide, 1-6, but Paul Press with the scoop on North High School, growing, building, gaining ground. Paul Press.
Growing, building, and gaining ground. Yes, they take Ridgeview to overtime last week, but the big news out of North High, starting quarterback A.J. Roberts out.
Ow.
Everything running back in DB. Lonnie Clevenger, great kid, I know him, out.
Ouch.
Starting split in, Robert Morrell, out. So 3 of North High's big stars not shining bright tonight on the field. Plus, New Year head coach Mark Camps, got work cut out for him tonight because he's going up against the Centennial Golden Hawks, and we all know what they're about.
Thank you, Paul Press. Brian Adams down on the field. Your thoughts on the Centennial Golden Hawks team? Let's not forget, Paul and Brian, we saw them up at Memorial Stadium, Bakersfield College. They handed East a very big come-from-behind loss. So, Brian Adams, your thoughts on the Golden Hawks?
Well, Vance, when we talk about the Golden Hawks, I want to talk about two things. Rebound. This team has rebounded from last year's disappointment. They're coming back to try to stake their claim as the best team in the SWIL. And then secondly, once you rebound, you also must maintain, and that's what you have to do tonight. They got to maintain that level of performance and not take North High lightly and stub their toe trying to get to that championship. Back to you, Vance.
Thank you, Brian Adams. Appreciate that. I've got Paul Press next to me. A lot of stories to cover tonight, a lot of games to talk about. When we come back, it's going to be the kickoff. Those North High School Stars are going to come out of that tunnel, and they want to give this home squad, these home fans, a big game tonight. Week 8, Bright House Network's high school football game of the week, exclusively right here on Bright House Network's Bakersfield. Back in a moment with the kickoff.
High school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Tired of paying extra to call your friends across town? Introducing a new calling plan from Bright House Network's digital phone. It's called Unlimited California because it's the first local home phone service where, for one low price, you can call anytime, anywhere in California. So now, calling across the state is the same as calling across the street. Plus, great calling features are included. If you spend more than $30 a month on home phone service, check out Unlimited California. Phone service on your terms, not the phone company's.
Bright House, every day is easier thanks to high-speed internet that's so much faster than dial-up or standard DSL.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, who are they from?
Plus, there's a choice of speeds to meet your needs and your budget. Bright House Network's high-speed internet. See how bright life can be.
watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Wow, what a beautiful night, everybody. A beautiful night. October 20th, 2006. What a nice looking field. Those bright red uniforms of the North High School Stars. They'll be going against the white jerseys of the Centennial Golden Hawks. A nice, exciting, close finish to the JV game. North High came out on 1-1. And here's an onside, a little blooper. And it's going to be taking a fair catch out there. Caught by the sure-handed Jacob Cross, and I say sure-handed facetiously. It basically was pooched right into his hands like a loaf of bread in a soft-lined basket. So it wasn't really the good hands man, but did a nice job. So just like that, Paul, Golden Hawks starting on their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, well, old lineman and linebacker, number 42 there. So sure hands, but he did a great job. He called for the fair catch. That's just great coaching, making the kids aware of what's going on in the situation.
Brock Bivens, one of our Barber Honda Player of the Game recipients earlier this season, at QB in the shotgun. Bivens looking to throw, first play. This decides to keep it, runs to the left, and he's run out of bounds. First play from the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag. Penalty already. Very first play from the line of scrimmage, and we have some laundry on the field. Well, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come.
No, I hope not, but once again, we see here on the Volvo Rents replay, Bivens looks downfield. Centennial comes out on now. Their trademark spread offense, 2 receivers on each side and a single back in the backfield beside Bivens. North High does a great job of covering it downfield, but Bivens tucks it and runs, but there was a holding on the backside of the play there, so they're going to move it back and first down all over. First and should be, first and 20?
Yep. First and 20, Bivens back in the shotgun. We're just underway, week 8, game 8. The Golden Hawks, Bivens looks to run again. Never was going to pass that football. Looks to get outside, has good blocking. Bivens picks up nearly what he needs for an original first down. Gets about 17 yards out of it, so we've seen this before with the Drillers, the Vikings, and now the Golden Hawks. Snap it to the quarterback and take off running.
Yeah, and we see there on the Volvo Rents replay, right at the beginning of the replay, Centennial comes out what we call stacked trips. 3 receivers stacked up tight on the right. Then they motion their back out there. North High didn't adjust. Their defense stayed there. They were overpowered at the point of attack.
Centennial in the white, North High in the red. First series of plays of the football game. We're just underway on the north side. This time the ball is handed off to Joey Bertrand. Bertrand gets the first down, so Golden Hawks in North High territory. Paul, we got a brand new coach for the Stars. You mentioned it briefly. It's always an exciting time, and I saw on the program here for North High School that athletic director mentions new coach, a new face, a new name. That's always fresh.
Yeah, Mark Camps, he's been around. He was at Ridgeview, and then he did a great job over for Jim Maples over there at East High. And he got a shot here at North High to be the head coach. And I've heard nothing but great things. I've never met Coach Camps until tonight, but we've got some mutual friends, and they were all speaking highly of him.
First and 10, Golden Hawks across the middle. Never really had it dialed in. Justin Hazlett it was intended to, and he was wide open, so an overthrow. And Coach, there's a familiar face to us.
Yeah, Coach Nixon saying, hey, you got to get the ball in your hands better. If we see right there, he never really had the ball in his hands. I don't know how big a Bivens his hands are, but it looked like he didn't have a good grip on the ball. He didn't really set his feet, didn't get up high and throw with any authority, and the ball just sailed on him.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Golden Hawks on the road again on Bright House Networks. They bring a 5-2 record over to North High School. North High and South High played. That was an exciting football game. I talked to a couple of different families from that game, and they came out ahead on that football game.
We had an official timeout there. It looked like we had one of the corners, the left corner for North High had to come out and get a little tape on. It looked like he was bleeding from his elbow there. Jared O'Kane had to come out for just one play while the trainer gets him taped up. No blood on the field. And we're back to action.
A lot of action in that backfield before everybody gets set. Bivens has them moving all around in the shotgun on 2nd and 10 is Bivens. He will throw. Across the middle again. Another errant pass attempt from Bivens, and sooner or later one of these things is going to deflect up and in the hands of a DB over there.
Yeah, but let's not forget, Bivens started off a little shaky on their first drive against East High and then throws BB or darts all night long after that. You know, he had a great game when we had him up there at BC, quote, East High's home game, or no, Centennial's home game, but it was at BC. And he threw great, but I remember coming out the first series, he was a little shaky then too. So I don't know if he just needs to warm up a little bit more before the game, but he's definitely not getting his feet set when he's throwing right now.
3rd and 10, midfield, Golden Hawks on their first drive of the game. Bivens barks out orders from the shotgun. There's the snap. Has the time, has a lot of time. Bivens decides to run, or will he throw? He does throw. This time it's on the money, right through the fingertips of the intended receiver out there, and that is hard to swallow. Eddie Coronado, the erstwhile sure-handed Coronado, who's always involved in big plays, lets that one get through, and nice play, but ball went through his fingertips. Watch this, Paul, in our Volvo Rinse replay.
Yeah, what I don't like here is he rolls to his right. As you see, big number 77 for North High. That's Lake Terrell. Lake was in Nevada last year. He was originally here for North High. We got a punt on the field. Centennial's going to down it right there about on the 10-yard line. Flat punt. Not a whole lot of chance for a return on that. North High will take over. But back to number 77 for North High. Great young man. I was his vice principal when he was younger over at Beardsley. And his family left. They went to Nevada, and he was a great surprise. Coach Camp says he comes back this summer, and his kid's got all these muscles, and he's a great kid, and he's wanting to play back here at North High with all the buddies he grew up with. So they were definitely happy to have him back. Lake Terrell's going to have to play big. He's going both ways tonight, O-line and D-line, being their big guy on the field.
Here we go, North High School. Ball up the middle, flags all over the place, and I think we can figure this one out. A lot of movement.
Yeah, they had a confusion with both their wings come out in double wings there. Both wings were moving in motion, so not CFL, it's not Canadian. You can't have two guys in motion at the same time.
They'll move it back. Brian Adams, poised and ready on the east side of the North Campus here. You touched on the Golden Hawks. If you remember correctly, Xander Fabry, number 9, Brock Bivens, Eddie Coronado, all of these players had played such a big role in that big come-from-behind victory up at Bakersfield College. They've got a lot of tools, don't they?
Vance, they definitely have a lot of tools, and I think one of the things you're seeing right now, I agree with Paul. We saw Brock come out like this at game, kind of a little not rusty, but just not on the mark. But once he settles down, he's very accurate. And I think, too, people don't give Centennial Golden Hawks credit for their defense. And I think that's what impressed me more than anything when we saw them was their defense and really, except for a couple plays, shutting down East High.
You're right, Brian. Paul, you're right, too. It's remember we kept talking about how many big plays that defense was coming up with in that game. Another big play here, another big hit here. And the Golden Hawks have continued to piece together a successful season. I remember they went for a span there that was ridiculous. It was just, season in, season out, never a loss. These guys are rebuilding back to form under the excellent tutelage of Coach Nixon. Here come the Stars, 3rd and 8, penalty flag, and a blistering run over there by Josh Lechewicz. I'll get the pronunciation. I better find out that cat's name because he leveled a Centennial Golden Hawk. Watch this. Kern County, I think you're going to enjoy this Volvo Rinse replay. Thank you, Volvo Rinse, for giving us this. Ouch.
Wow.
What a hit.
Big time hit there. And Bryce Chudy is taking the brunt of that one. But Bryce jumps up and says, well, you've got me that time, but I'm sure Bryce Chudy is going to come back up and try to lay the wood next time.
Was that Chudy?
Yeah, that was Chudy that came out there and playing the outside back or the corner's position, actually coming over, or safety, coming over and have to take on that fullback. But he did his job.
Penalties plaguing the Stars early. Now it's a long third down, and they're going to have to punt the ball to the Lezowich family. Our apologies, Josh Lezowich, number 34, that administered the punishment on Chudy. 4th and 11. Stars look like they might get something going there, and then had to bring it back, and now they're deep in their own territory, and I mean like halfway through the end zone to get this ball booted out. And it's going to be Lezowich ball. Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm already in trouble.
And here we see big number 77, Lake Terrell's going, hey, get out here. We're missing somebody.
Oh, boy.
He's not a happy camper.
Well, Lake Terrell.
Yeah, Lake Terrell's telling, hey, come on, guys, get it together. You know? He's pointing and saying, hey, we've got to have a guy down. We can't afford to get the punt blocked right here. As you see him with his hands on his hips, he's a little upset, saying, come on, guys, we got to get it together. We're playing Centennial Golden Hawks. Centennial's going to end up with the ball. Well, the deep back is on the 40 right now, getting ready to receive the punt. So.
Beautiful deep snap. Look at this, everybody. They get it off. Looking for a certain kind of a bounce. And basically it goes sideways, and it'll be down at the 41-yard line of North High School, but it's Centennial that will have the football. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football only here on Bright House Network's Bakersfield. Vance Palm here alongside Paul Press. Brian Adams down on the field. We are in week 8, and it has flown by. This has been the quickest season, I think, Paul. I mean, it has just flown by. We are already in week 8 with some great football games. We'll talk about some of those as the evening unfolds. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks. The score is 0-0. 8.5 left here in the first quarter. Bivens directly behind center. They're going to run the ball this time. The ball goes to Eric Sandoval. Sandoval gets about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, and you have to wonder how much not having A.J. Roberts and Lonnie Clevenger really hurts that North High's offense. Everybody says, well, they're making mistakes. You know, Coach Camps comes in, it's his first year. They're running the wing tee. They've been running the wing tee for the last 4 or 5 years here at North High. Under Coach Snow, Coach Camps comes in and runs the same offense. So I'm wondering how much that's going to hurt North High tonight.
2nd and 6, Bivens barking out orders directly behind center. Bivens with the hard count. Will hand the ball off the middle. What a nice hard run in there by Christian Johnson. Johnson plows ahead to maybe within 2 yards, 2.5 yards of another first down.
Yeah, they do a little inside handoff there, going against the grain. Nice play, brings up 3rd and short. I notice Centennial's putting Bivens up underneath and going more of a traditional snap.
Under 7.5 left in the first quarter. Bivens. Everybody spread to the right. Bivens on a keeper. And I don't believe that they stopped him in time. I think he got through there.
Looks like it should be a first down. We'll get the signal here in a minute. But looked like to me he got all the way to the 30, but they're marking it on the 31. But yes, first down.
First down, Centennial.
So that could be they're put Bivens up underneath to get the, as we see the Volvo Rinse replay, just gets behind the big center there and picks a hole and goes. But I think what Brian and I were noticing and what you noticed also is Bivens was having a problem catching the shotgun snap. So put him up underneath, and now they go back to shotgun as soon as I say something.
Wow. In motion, Robinson. Bivens looks on the slant, gets it. Excellent catch. Hey, look at this, everybody. Are you kidding me? Anthony Masuda makes one great catch, makes a great move, and a big gain and a first down for the Golden Hawks. Move the chains.
Yeah, Masuda. Wow, I believe there was a receiver here at Centennial 2 years ago, last name Masuda, who's now playing over at BC. Right there, nice throw. Bivens gets his hands on the ball that time, settles down, throws a strike to Masuda, turns it upfield, gets a first down.
Bivens has running backs on both sides of his hips. Look at this, right up the middle, Joey Bertrand. They're going to keep it in between the hash marks with 6.5 left in the first quarter. Centennial Golden Hawks, very methodical this time. Nothing really being left to chance across the middle with passes, and they're grinding it out.
Yep, as North High makes lineman change, 77, Lake, you're back in. You've rest long enough. You got to get back in, son.
2nd and 4. Bivens Sends Robinson in motion. Long count. The ball up the middle. This time again it's taken by Johnson. Big hit up there on the line for the North High Stars. That was number 40, Kenny Liggett, with a big hit.
Yeah.
Look at that, Paul.
They're hitting hard out there. If we watch it here, see the linemen doing their job.
Wow.
And there's some hitting going on. Some guys laying some wood, as we say, man. They're really hitting out there. And I like the battle going on between number 70 for Golden Hawks and 77 for North. Those two linemen are battling over there.
Quintero and Terrell. 3rd and 1. They want to put it on the ground. Wow! Look at that. Christian Johnson delivers the blow and gets 6 points. Touchdown, Centennial. A bulldozing run by Christian Johnson. And that line up front for that short span right there did the job. And man, what a big hit.
Yeah, he wanted that touchdown. He wasn't going to be denied. He got about 3 yards out, and you could see him lower his shoulders and do a nice job of putting it in.
Taylor Alexander with the PAT. 7-0. Centennial Golden Hawks up on the North High Stars. We're halfway through, and here's our first. Now that is a nice hard run.
Well, if you notice right there on that replay, that was textbook running. He got about 2 or 3 yards out, and his shoulders were lower than the guy trying to tackle him there. And that's just basic laws of physics, as we can see it, and we're going to get a chance to see it again. Great job as our guys in the truck. Right here, see him lower, right there. He gets lower. That's a good thing, that if I could take that and put it on film and show all the young football players here in town who carry the football or that you come up to tackle, you've got to get low. He gets 2 yards out, and he knows he's only got 2 more yards to go. So get low, and you can't get denied.
I heard John Madden earlier in the season talk about Warwick Dunn and how he stays so low on the ball, like Barry Sanders, and these guys are just, nearly impossible to stop. Once it's great run. 7-0.
I used to hate those shorter running backs because I was one of those guys that just grab and hold on to tackle, and then they'd always hit me in my skinny little thighs, and it hurt, man, and run me over.
Here's the kick. It's a short kick. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line by the big fella, Lake Terrell. There's a flag on the kickoff return right in the middle of the pile. The referee right in the middle of the field threw this one down.
I'm laughing because I know Lake, and Lake
7 said, "Hey, I got it, guys."
He's back in the 6th grade when I had a chance to work with him back then when he was in elementary school. And Lake was a big kid then, but he always wanted to carry the ball. No, I'm the quarterback. No, I'm the running back. No, Lake, you're on the line. No.
Well, with his size, he'll probably play a tight end anyway. So, big old boy. He is a big kid. 5:14 left here in this first quarter. The North High Stars have possession. They'll be trying to move down this football field. Another handoff to Ledgewich. And this seems to be their go-to guy.
Yeah.
Josh Letzewich.
I'm telling you. Letzewich. He's a heck of a good running back. Strong kid. Runs a little high coming around the corner. I'd like to see him get his shoulders a little lower, his inside shoulder.
Again, Letzewich. And just so Kern County knows, his last name is spelled number 34 right there.
Wow.
His number 34 for the North High varsity is spelled last name Leszczewicz. So Big Josh is what we're going to call him. Tripped up instantly. He thought he was going to get away with it, was Tanner Webb, but he was hauled down there right at impact, and that's a bigger tackle than you think, Paul. Now it's 4th and 2, and the North High School Stars early on have to make a decision here. Hey, do we want to just boot it right back to him, or can we try to grind this out? 4th and 2 at their own 33.
No. Coach Camps is too smart for this. He's been around football. You do not go for this right here and put your players in this predicament.
You're right.
Centennial stops, and that's another short field for Bivens and his gang. Coach Camps is too smart. He's been around enough. This is not even a question. You punt this and make them earn it.
Ledzowitz will punt. Robinson deep for the Golden Hawks. Nice punt. Robinson wants to take it. Oh, and then he calls fair catch. Well, wait a second here. It looked as if he was going to catch it. The defender kept running full steam, and at the last second he called a fair catch. Brian Adams, you have to know. I'm going to send it down to you, big guy. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, Vance. Even if he calls the fair catch late, if he was trying to field the punt, you got to give the punt returner a chance to catch the ball. And that was a great play right there by the punt returner. Just run into him. He's right where the ball is, fall over, and get your penalty. But there's also another penalty here, and I don't know who it's against. It was thrown after the ball hit the ground.
Okay, thank you, Brian. So we saw it at the very end of that. So it was a tough call to make, and now let's see. Illegal pass interference on North High. We have a dead ball personal foul against Centennial. So our referees for this evening, Kern County Officials Association. The referee is Dennis Matthews. The umpire, Roy Clark. Head linesman, Bob Hartshorn. Line judge is Bruce Lowerly, and back judge Arlie Hill. Gentlemen, thank you for your dedication and your time that you put in to help facilitate these football games. We appreciate it. It is a very difficult job, and we appreciate it very much. Again, Dennis Matthews, Roy Clark, Bob Hartshorn, Bruce Lowerly, and Arlie Hill, thank you. So the call was made. The refs made the calls. It was interference on the punt return on Centennial, and then it was a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Golden Hawks.
Let's go, D!
Does it just wash, and is it first down, or will they repunt it?
Well, that's what Coach Nixon's out there making sure the officials are going on. He's saying, hold on. If it's one here and one there, 1 + 1 makes 2 here, which 1 + 1 in football makes a wash. It means a replay, jump ball.
Right.
You know, no pitch. So speaking of no pitch, World Series, baby.
What a ball game last night, Game 7. The Mets seemingly in control for a bit. I say 1-1, I say in control. I'm talking about momentum. That home run gets robbed, double play. You're like, oh, here we go. But then late in the game, they go with the big fella instead of laying down a bunt with 2 men on.
Wow.
Can't wait for World Series. Who do you like?
Man, I like the Cardinals, but Tigers have been playing so well. Mentally, I'm picking the Tigers. With my heart, I pick the Cardinals.
That is so Paul Press of you. When we do our prognostications in high school, I thought you were going to say, well, you know, Coach LaRussa, good buddy of mine, and Jim Leyland's a good pal of mine, but I'm going with Brian Adams, World Series. Who do you like?
Well, I'm just going to be a hater against the Cardinals, and I'm going with the Tigers.
Wow. Brian Adams, Tigers. Paul Press, Cardinals. Vance Palm, Tigers. I'm an American League guy. 4th and 1. Oh, now we got a stoppage of play. Hey, that's good. We'll get us a chance to talk about next week's game.
Wow.
Week 9.
Week 9.
Golden Valley at Garces.
Wow. And you talk SEYL title. Are we going to call that the Campbell Bowl?
No, that's Golden. That's Garces Liberty.
Oh, that's right.
All right, we'd like to thank Volvo Rents, our 2 big booms right there. Our cameramen are perched atop their Volvo Rents. Hi, fellas. How you doing? Last week in the wind and the rain and the hail and the crazy Friday the 13th weather, even we were on a boom, Paul and I, when we were swaying back and forth. These officials now have taken an official's timeout to kind of get this thing straightened out. And while we have that time, Paul, why don't you share with the Kern County Bright House Networks crowd?
Yeah, I had a great night. My wife and I took my wife to the movies Tuesday night, date night. We went to Bakersfield Christian High School and watched a movie called Facing the Giants. It's talked about a lot on the talk show radios here in Bakersfield, and it's previewing tonight at East Hills Mall. What it is I got a call from Dave Washburn, who is actually a counselor, but he's also the leader of FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It started up last year or 2 years ago here in Bakersfield. And we do some work with him at the Blitz. But I was invited. My wife and I went out there, had a great time. Beautiful campus at Bakersfield Christian High School. And the movie is great, Vince. I'm going to tell you. It was Friday Night Lights, but it was much like a Christian version of Friday Night Lights. And it was good, clean entertainment. Definitely want to take your kids, watch it. Family, I'm telling you. I was touched in several spots, had to kind of fight back tears because there was kids, and then my wife, had to do the family thing and kind of fight back tears. But it really puts life in perspective and what high school football can do for young men. And it's really realistic. Friday Night Lights was great entertainment, but it really Hollywood. This isn't so Hollywood. It really is down to the truth of what high school football is all about. So it's up at East Hills Mall. If you get a chance, go up and view the movie. And I'd like to say thanks. It's called Facing the Giants.
Facing the Giants.
Facing the Giants. And I'd like to once again thank Dave Washburn of FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, for inviting my wife and I out. One of the many privileges, I say, of being involved with the Blitz and the community. And it's a great night.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. Brian, in just a moment, we're going to have you explain why the Golden Hawks are taking off on their own 24-yard line after fumble. It will remain Centennial ball. Brian, walk us through that lapse of time there.
Well, Vance, I think what happened is Coach Nixon reminded them that it was a dead ball foul, so it was not happening at the time of the play. It was after the play, dead ball foul, so you got to take it where the play was. You enforce the penalty against North High for the catch interference, and then you march back the other way for the unsportsmanlike conduct.
Very good. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Coach Nixon helping out where he can. 2:45 left in this first quarter. Everybody's way out here on the left side as Brock Bivens looks over and says, wow, I have a lot of options, but I think I'll hand the fumble again. The ball goes up the middle, and the football pops out of the hands of Joey Bertrand, so either the ball's wet or the Golden Hawks are trying to run before they have it, or there's maybe, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be a sure-handed night yet for the Golden Hawks. 3rd and 8, Paul Press.
Yeah, a little sloppy. I know Coach Nixon, and he's not happy right now. But I tell you, looking over here, they've got trips to the left, and I'm seeing some mismatches over here on the left side.
Bivens barks out the order. Bivens goes to his left, throws across the body, fires it out there, and it's caught. A beautiful pass. Look at that. Anthony Masuda hauls it in. And just like we saw Big Campus Byron last week, all the techniques, all the fundamentals are down well on this pass, Paul.
Yeah, well, they're outnumbered, and I called it before the play was snapped. Right here as we see him roll out, all he has to get out here and create. What happened was they didn't get a safety over, and they had no help. Poor corner was hung out there with 2 guys to cover.
Bivens now goes to his right, decides to pitch. He pitches it out. Fumble! Flag!
That's a great
play. What a play, and it's North High School football.
Tanner Webb takes on the blocker, fights him off, shoots down, takes him on with his inside shoulder, then strips the ball and recovers the fumble.
Holding on the Golden Hawks, a moot point. Paul, you're so right. What a great play, everybody. Hey, Kern County, watch this. Gets clipped, still makes the tackle, causes the fumble, and recovers it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nice play.
We should do the Paul Press play of the game right there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Woo! 1:52 left here in the first quarter, and North High School takes over on the Golden Hawks 37-yard line. Oh, goodness. Penalty flag, and it's probably...
Wow.
Well, I thought they would blow the whistles on that false start.
Yeah, me too. And I bet you Cody Ernest was hoping they'd blow the whistle too. Poor Cody. Welcome to varsity. Starting. Yeah, he gets a big start and is going against Centennial Golden Hawks defensive line. And they decline it, of course.
We could see early on that it was false start on the Stars, but the play continued, and you're right, Paul. Cody Ernest earning his stripes. So is that what they say?
Yeah.
1.5 left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Centennial Golden Hawks. They're visiting the North High School Blades. It's a 2nd and 20 for the Blades. Cody Ernest.
Wow. You're going to bring up 3rd and long for the Stars. And, you know, the one thing is with North High running the wing tee, you know, they've got maybe 2 or 3 what we call big plays in their playbook, but the wing tee is really a ball control. The way they're running it right now, you might see some, you know, double tights, double wing, but here, you know, they have one receiver and several backs.
A nice pitch out to Lexowicz. Look at this, everybody. I like how this kid runs. He takes a big hit at the end, but what a nice run. Again, that's Josh Lexowicz. That brings up 4th and about 6 yards here. My apologies to the North High Stars football fans out there. I said the Blades. What was I thinking? 4th and 6. Brian Adams, you're in my ear. Go for it, go for it, go for it.
Well, I think, Vance, when you come in a heavy underdog, when you're on your side of the field, you're defending, you don't want to go for it, but this is a perfect opportunity. If you don't get it, you know, they still got to go almost, 70 yards, but if you get it, you get the momentum rolling, maybe you can get the ball for the upset.
Ernest wants to throw, throws it out. That's a nice play out there, and if he can battle himself up a little closer, look at this. It's a rugby match at the 30-yard line.
We got a scrum right there.
It's happening.
And if I'm one of the coaches, I'm not liking this. Officials, blow the whistle, please. Blow the whistle. You don't want to blow it too early, but when it turns into a scrum, all the physical therapists here in town and trainers are all cringing right now.
Well, essentially, the motion is stopped. The ball stopped.
Yeah, blow the whistle.
Got it. 1st and 10, Golden Hawks, a big hold there. Into the first quarter. When we come back, the Centennial Golden Hawks will have the football. And the score is 7-0. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football in Kern County, only on Bright House Networks Bakersfield. Back in a moment.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Barber Honda is a proud supporter of Kern County's future NFL stars. Honda has the highest fuel economy average of any car maker in America. You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Welcome back, everybody. 2nd and 10. While you were away, the Golden Hawks had a play that gained no yards. We are just underway in the second quarter. Bivens looks to his left. Bivens is a dangerous runner. We know he wants to pull it in this time. Looks like he's going to run. North High School Stars. And at the end of the play, at the very end of the play, another penalty flag. Goodness, there have been a ton of flags already in this football game.
Yeah, and it looks like probably a late hit there on the North High Stars, which you can't keep giving the Golden Hawks extra chances. If you're stopping them here, which would have been 3rd and long, and well, they're taking it back. Yep, there it is against the Stars.
Looked like a defensive face mask, I believe.
Yeah, you can't make those mistakes. You know, North High, they're battling. Their defense is playing very, very well. Offense hasn't been all that productive, but you can't keep giving the Golden Hawks extra chances.
Well, with a team like Centennial, Paul, you said it best. Now the ball is at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 from midfield, just like that. 11:17 left in this first half. We're just underway. Bivens to the big fella. Oh, goodness, his first carry of the game, and it could be a bruiser for the North High School Stars. Whoa, Xander Fabry's first touch of the night is a 40. Well, Xander Fabry, the big guy, gets a 39-yard run.
Wow. I was just going to say, I wonder if they're going to give the ball to Fabry. I was going to say it last play, but then we had those flags. We were discussing the flags because they haven't even gone to the big guy yet. And sure enough, about the time I'm thinking it, Nixon goes, here you go, big fella. And, boy, he just ran a long ways, people. There was a big hole there.
Fabry blocking now. Trouble. And the big fella, Lake Terrell, is fired up.
Yeah, we don't know how tall or heavy Lake is. North High doesn't list their height or weight. I don't know why, but we don't have it. But I tell you, I talked to him before the game, and I was looking up. I'm almost 6'1", and Lake was at least 2 or 3 inches taller than me. So I would imagine he's around 6'3", almost 6'4", and he's a solid 250.
Bivens on a 2nd and 14. Looks out to the right side. Split way right is Masuda. Bivens hands the ball up the middle. Nice pursuit out there right on the line of scrimmage. A nice big hit out there by Nathan Wells. Wells stops the Centennial efforts in its tracks, and now it is a 3rd and long at about 13 yards. The scoreboard says 12. Let's go 3rd and a long 12 right now. I would think this is a very big stop here for the North High School Stars if they can make it.
Yeah, they definitely want to hold the Centennial Golden Hawks to a field goal chance here. And in high school, no field goals are chip shots. You got to, anything can happen.
Bivens fakes, goes to his left. A screen play out to the left side. Robinson takes it. Robinson gets the first down. And now it's going to be 1st and goal. Well, I shouldn't say he got it. I just thought his momentum took him forward and gave it to him. And I shouldn't be so quick to give it to the Golden Hawks, but they do get it. 1st down and goal from the, 2-yard line. Watch this, everybody.
Yeah, Robinson does a good job of lowering his shoulder right there and getting underneath the tackler. As we were talking about earlier, you got to get that shoulder down low, and he does a great job because if he stays up high, I don't think he would have got that 1st down.
Well, 3 running backs behind Bivens. I bet you he'll take it in. No, he doesn't. He hands it to the big guy. Touchdown, Golden Hawks. Xander Fabry, Brian Adams advanced. It's probably going to be a quarterback sneak or the big fella's getting it. Well, guess what? I took one, he took the other. Touchdown, Golden Hawks.
Well, you know.
That's a nice option to have, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a great option. He's definitely one of the better fullbacks, linebacker types around in the county. As we see the extra points up and good for the Golden Hawks, which makes it 14-0. Justin Hazlett is their kicker. Justin, nice job putting it straight through the uprights. Makes it 14-0 with 9:42 left in the second quarter. North High Stars got to get it going on offense. And everybody says, gee, really, Press? And you get paid to talk on football and tell us that, what we already know. But, you know, I don't want to keep saying it's all A.J. Roberts and missing Lonnie Clevenger and also Robert Morrell, but you just kind of have to think those are 3 very important positions, especially in the wing T offense, the split in and the running back and the quarterback. So, you know, they need to get it moving. They need to get a couple of 1st downs in a row here. I don't know if they necessarily need to score, but they definitely need to get a couple of 1st downs and start getting the thing moving to stay in this game.
Quick correction, kicker for the Golden Hawks, Taylor Alexander. Sorry, Taylor. Taylor Alexander is the kicker for the Golden Hawks.
I apologize, Taylor. That was my mistake.
Hey, I call them the North Blades, so we're on the hot seat with our man Brian Adams. Second quarter predictions, Brian Adams. Second quarter predictions after this kickoff. Well, I know which one to give to Paul. I already know which one I'm going to have to give him. So I'll give you, Brian Adams, I'll give you Foothill 3-5 at Garces 7-0 after this kickoff. Foothill 3-5, no walk in the park at Garces 7-0, Brian Adams. Well, there's the big guy again. Lake Terrell brought down at the 26-yard line. Brian, the Trojans, as I said, not a walk in the park at Garces.
Well, Rams are going to be undefeated going into next week's big battle.
Week 9 next week, Bright House Networks at Garces, Golden Valley. Woohoo! What a football game. Paul Press, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Bakersfield Christian 4-3 at the Garden and the Sun. Arvin 4-3 after this. Bakersfield Christian in the Garden and the Sun at Arvin.
Well, I was at Bakersfield Christian High School Tuesday night, and those kids seemed very nice and everything. I don't know, that's a big jump. Arvin's good out there, but I'm going to go with Bakersfield Christian High School and go with the faith there. And
I'm going with the Bears.
The Bears. Boy, that doesn't surprise me, but I think that might be not even pick from the heart, but that's a wise pick. Arvin is tough. Got it. Here we go, 2nd and 10. We're at the 9-minute mark left in this first half. The Stars with a pitch. Nice defense out there by the Golden Hawks. Centennials, very quick pursuit out there by Jared Deathridge. His name is spelled, I'm sorry, number 42 out there for the Golden Hawks. Apologize, is Jacob Cross. Jacob Cross on the tackle. Paul, we don't have a light up here. Is it obvious tonight? Yeah.
We have no light, Kern County. I don't know if that gives away our age, but we're working in the dark up here tonight.
Yeah, even with my glasses on. But we do have chairs. Thanks to Zach and the guys in the truck, they brought us chairs, and this is pretty comfortable.
Yeah, because I threw my back out. 3rd and 6. The Stars of North High battle the blitz. The ball goes up the middle. Still on his feet. A nice run out there, and a long run. Probably got 5 of the 6 yards he needs.
Oh, they gave him that first down. Wow. Nixon's going, hold on. How can you give that to him? I agree with you, Coach Nixon. He's going, no. He's going, are you kidding me? Boy, those officials gave them a nice spot and didn't even measure.
Well, it came down at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and the chains were on the 37. Well, okay.
Look at this.
That's what you needed to do.
The big guy, John Northrup, a sophomore tight end defensive lineman, has this crowd up and going. 1st and 10 North High, and beautiful pass. The big fella just hauls it in.
Yeah, on the play before, he was wide open on their last drive, just that there was no time to throw him the ball this time. And I was just getting ready to say, North High, you've got to stretch the field. You can't keep running plays because Golden Hawks are going to come up and put everybody inside the box. Just I'm getting ready to say, hey, North, you got to throw the ball sometime tonight. Sure they do. Coach Camps, that's why he's the head coach. Nice call.
Travis Gifford in at quarterback. Nice handoff, nice hard running there, and all of a sudden, North High School making some noise, literally.
Yeah, little life there. Little giddy up in their step, going back to the huddle there. And all of a sudden, the North High quarterback, number 12, comes out. He's looking a little happier now. Or 16, excuse me.
No,
it's 12's in. That's 12. Sorry, we did have a
Gifford.
Quarterback change. Travis Gifford. Travis is the quarterback, sophomore quarterback they just brought up this week from JV. I'm sorry, I was watching the game.
First down, North High School.
Wow. Travis been in there. I was so much into the game, it's just going through my ear. I was really focused on this offense. I'm happy for the North High Stars.
Hey, I knew your eyes were bad. I know your ears are bad. 1st and 10, North High School at the 39-yard line. Paul Press and I working in echo tonight. Either way, Paul, if you hear it one time or 2 times, North High School, man, as you say, a little giddy up in their step here with 6.5 left here in this first half. Travis Gifford, the young QB, hands the ball off to Webb. Webb runs hard. I sure like how this Webb runs,
Yeah, he does run hard. He puts the pounding on. He knows he's going to get tackled, so all of a sudden he dips down and takes that extra step into the tackler, which all the good running backs do. And all of a sudden, North High coming alive. They keep this drive going. Like I said, at the beginning of the drive, they don't necessarily need to get 7 out of it, but this is big time here getting these first downs. This is what this team needed.
Into the football game just to give the signal, the play to this quarterback. Just under 6 minutes left here in the first half. Gifford hands the ball up the middle. Great piece of running out there. Look at this, everybody. Here come the North High Stars. Jared Deathridge. It's spelled Death Rage. Brian Adams, you're on the Centennial beat tonight. That's your pregame squad to cover. What's happening here?
Well, Vance, anytime you play the wing T, if you want to stop it, you got to get pressure with those front guys in the line. And right now, the Centennial guys are getting blocked, and the line are able to get down to the linebackers and create holes. But right here, look at this play right here, just improvisation right there. And North is keeping it going. But not only are they keeping it going, like Paul said, but they're chewing up clock. Now we're in the under 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So they're doing a great job of keeping the chains moving and chewing the clock and making the game play fast.
Travis Gifford, the sophomore, called up from JV with that number 12. It looks like Staubach just running at you. And looks like we have Laundry at the end of the play, a penalty on the Golden Hawks. And with the clock being stopped, everybody gets their breath, gets ready to go here. Things looking good for Coach Camps.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why they're getting into the Centennial Golden Hawks defensive line is watch if we can get a shot, and I'm sure we can. We've got the greatest camera guys around. We'll get a shot from North High. Once they break the huddle, they sprint and they snap the ball. It doesn't give Centennial a whole lot of time to get that defensive line set into certain gaps. They'll sprint, run up, snap the balls, tempo, tempo, tempo.
Gifford gets stopped for a moment for a whistle. The pitch out to the right side. Deathridge gets pulled down. A loss for a yard. Excellent coverage out there on defense. The Golden Hawks all over that. Preston Lopez amongst the Golden Hawks to bring down a pretty quick Deathridge. And again, it's, if I'm mispronouncing it, it is spelled Death Rage. Jared Deathridge.
Yeah, and what happened there is as soon as I say watch them come up, they sprint up, they go to snap the ball, and the official's blowing the whistle saying, hold on, we haven't put it in play. So, stopping the, here it goes again, and they're going to get, North High's going to try to get this momentum back, sprinting up to the ball, take the snap and go.
You're right, Paul. Gifford. Oh, big hit on Tanner Webb. Tanner Webb was met in a head-on collision on the line of scrimmage, and it was away from the camera, away from all of us. Let's see if we can get it. Watch this, everybody. Tanner Webb, and I don't know if we'll see it from here. No, we don't, but
wow.
Oh.
Trust us, it made me cringe up here,
Hit
way up on top.
Hard by Travis Miller.
Here we go. We've got two different personnel changes coming in. Looks like North High's making a personnel change, going with a little quicker receivers. I'd watch that tight end right now.
3rd and 10 with 4:05 left in the first half. Gifford throws it out to the wing. Nice pass. It's caught out there by Letowicz. Fumble! Oh, no. Picked up out there by Eddie Coronado. Letowicz had the reception. Ouch.
Now, this is a great job by Centennial Golden Hawks to
Sure
strip
was.
the ball.
Sure
we'll get
was.
to see it on a replay. He'll strip this ball. He does a good job of coming across the wrist and just slapping at the ball.
Well,
he makes the tackle.
Here's our replay. Gifford over to Letowicz.
Right there. He swipes at the ball and it comes loose. Picked up, scoop and score as we preach to the defense. And
Well,
here comes the Golden Hawks.
The North High drive comes to a stall. Everybody split out to the right. Bivens goes to his left. A nice pass across the middle. It's caught out there by the same player, Eddie Coronado. Coronado now runs to the 42-yard line. So Eddie Coronado having a big 30, 45 seconds here on Bright House Networks.
Yeah. Picks up the fumble and runs for a good 10, 15 yards. Takes the quick slant there. They're doing a little isolation on the wide side of the field, one-on-one with the corner, breaks the tackle there. Then does a smart thing, runs away from the defenders, not back to them, and gets another 15 yards after the catch.
Bivens rolls to his right. Bivens wants to throw, does throw. This time is complete and caught out there by Anthony Masuda. Masuda picks up the first down.
Wow.
First and 10, 3:38 left here in the first half. Bivens looks over, barks at his receivers. From the shotgun, Bivens hands the ball off the middle. Not going anywhere. That's Joey Bertrand. Joey Bertrand.
Yeah.
That ambient mic you're hearing from our television camera. North High School Stars just getting after it.
Yeah, the problem is when Centennial Hawks go to a trips way out there, I don't see the adjustments by the Stars that well. They're outmanned right here.
Screen pass out to the left side. Robinson makes the catch, falls down, makes a very nice catch, but then loses his footing. Turns that into a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, as they try to run a little bubble screen out there because they saw the same thing I saw. I saw 3 receivers and 2 defenders, so they're trying to run this bubble screen out there. And but man, North High Star Tanner Webb out there does a great job. Again, Tanner Webb's really impressing me out there in open field with his tackling. He's fighting off defenders and making great tackles. Earlier in the game, he made a tackle and stripped the ball and recovered the fumble.
2.5 left in the half. 3rd and 7. Big play for both teams here. Bivens in the shotgun. Bivens going to keep it on for himself. Runs to the left side. Picks up the first down. What a big run by Brock Bivens. And now Centennial Golden Hawks really put together a nice play there, and they're in control now for the rest of the half.
Yeah, and they're making a smart choice here, working the clock all the way down to the half at 2:17 left. Coach Nixon understands how to work a clock here, being a former quarterback. He's going to know the plays to call. They may take a shot at the end zone right here, and if they don't get it, then they'll run the clock all the way down before halftime.
Bivens has Fabry to his right. Penalty flag on the play.
We get action stopped here. And if we get a break in the action, we've had a buddy of mine walk up here right now. And if we get some break after this next play, after the explanation, we'll get a chance to talk to him. Vance, so you'll get a chance to talk to him and ask him a few questions, and he can tell us some of the great things he's doing here in Kern County. But moves the Centennial Golden Hawks back.
Wow, encroachment. So it'll be 1st and 15. They're heading backwards exactly when they didn't want to. They're maybe thinking about going deep here quickly. And with 2:17 left in the half, Bivens has Fabry back there again. This time it'll go to Fabry. Fabry, a big horse, hard to bring down. 3 or 4 or 5 guys finally haul him down at about the 26-yard line. Sorry, the 21-yard line. Fabry is a tough guy to bring down. We're under 2 minutes left. Big number 9 for the Golden Hawks.
6'2", 241, and he's a solid 241.
We saw him punish the East High Blades late in that football game. The longer the game went, the stronger he became. Fabry back there again with Bivens. The pass out to the left side. Hey, what a beautiful play. Coronado, that's a nice play, and he gets up to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, as they move on here and doing a nice job of controlling the clock. The veteran coaching by Coach Nixon and his gang over there, they know what they're doing. As the Golden Hawks gonna hustle up here, officials get out of the way. Trips right, Fabry in the backfield.
1st and goal from the 5. Looks like Bivens wants to take it in himself. Lake says no way.
Lake Trail, nice job. He escapes the block of Xander Fabry there. Nice move with your feet, Lake, and then makes the tackle. As the clock runs down with 1:08.
2nd and goal from the 4. Golden Hawks would very much want to get in here. We're under a minute left. North High School very much wants to hold it from going in. Bivens has the wishbone behind him. Goes to the hard count. Looks like they might have moved it up about another 2.5, 3 yards. They go on the hard count. 50 seconds left in the first half. You're watching exclusive coverage. High school football game of the week. We're at the north side. It's North High School hosting the Centennial Golden Hawks. Here's the hard count by Bivens, everybody, on our Volvo Rinse replay. does a fine job. And oops, back it up. Back it up.
Well, we want to bet on who's getting this one.
The big fella, Xander Fabry, just bounces off the wall and trots in for a Golden Hawks touchdown with 44 seconds left. Look at that cat. Oh, my goodness. That is one big guy, Fabry, in for the touchdown, 20-0. 20-0. Golden Hawks put their stamp all over this first half.
Yeah, standing beside me. Introduce him to Kern County. This is Dave Washburn. Dave's a buddy of mine I met this last year, and he's the regional director of the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athlete. I'm going to turn my mic over and let you talk to him a little bit, Vance. Great guy.
Thank you, Paul. The score, 21-0, Centennial up on the North High Vikings. Dave, pleasure to meet you. How you doing?
Nice to meet you too.
Dave Washburn, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I remember when I played basketball up at Bakersfield College, we always used to have our meetings right across the campus over there. And big Dwayne Dameron, huge guy, would make us all sing, and if we didn't, well, we'd have to pay the price. FCA, fantastic organization. Let's talk about Facing the Giants.
Facing the Giants is one of our community outreaches that we did this year. We're fortunate enough to muster up enough support so they would open it here in Kern County. And it opens tonight. It's actually been shown. It's going on right now. But it's a great movie about football, family, faith, and just a great family film to take everybody out to go see.
One of the big TV series now that the country's being exposed to and being educated, I guess is the word that they're trying to do, is Friday Night Lights. Is that the name of it? I haven't seen it yet, but as Paul said, that's really not reality. This Facing the Giants seems to come from more of a common thread of all of us.
Yeah, I think so. It's a great movie about faith and how that intertwines in our daily life, how it impacts coaches and athletes, and it runs right in line with what FCA is trying to do in Kern County and affect people for Jesus Christ through athletics and coaches.
I'm speaking with Dave Washburn. Dave, how did you get involved in this? Just tell us about your involvement.
It started out here. I'm a counselor at North High during the day, and we started an FCA club here 3 years ago. Saw it grow to about 80 kids, and we're moving and shaking. At that time, we had 3 clubs in the county, and now we're up to about 11, including the Dragons junior hockey team, and we got one going still at Bakersfield College. So we're keeping up the tradition, trying to get it to grow.
Dave, how can we contact FCA here locally?
And you can call me at 565-6320 if you're interested in learning more about FCA, or you can go online and you can email me at thewashburn5@sbcglobal.net.
We will get this information. Paul's going to scoop this up before you leave, and we'll get it on our graphics and let everybody know in the third quarter. Dave, Facing the Giants, for the family, father, kids, everybody, moms?
Everyone. It's a PG rating, actually, because of Christian content. So you can chuckle at that one. There's nothing wrong with this movie. No swearing, no sex, no nothing.
PG for perfectly God.
Exactly right. Perfectly good.
Perfectly good. Well, that's a perfectly good defensive play down there by the Golden Hawks. Eddie Coronado. We've got about 28 seconds left. We'll all love the movie.
I think. Have
you already seen it?
I've seen it about 10 times. Had the DVD, and I showed it to Paul last week on Monday, and I've never heard a negative comment about it.
Tell us again where it's playing, the times.
It's at the East Hills UA.
Okay.
And it's got a 7:40 showing and I think a 9:40, but please call East Hills UA to get the information.
We'll check it out. Hey, everybody, that's Dave Washburn, Fellowship of Christian Athletes here in Kern County. I want to thank you for your time, and thank you for letting everybody know about Facing the Giants.
Thanks
Appreciate
a lot.
that, buddy. Thank
everybody
you.
Go out and enjoy it.
We will. Look out, everybody. A big hit in the backfield for the North High School Stars. Cody Ernest got hammered here at the end. 17 seconds left here. Well, the time keeps clicking off the clock here. Paul, I want to thank you very much for bringing Dave Washburn up to talk to us about Facing the Giants. Paul's going to scoop up that information for us, and we will get it to you in the third quarter. We'll put the graphics up on the screen so you can contact Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Well, we've got 2 seconds left. North High School is going to take a shot at it here. 2 seconds left on the clock before we go into halftime. Golden Hawks up 21-0 over the North High School Stars. Been a pretty good first half here on Bright House Networks.
Wow. You know what I like? I like the fact that Coach Camps came out and with 40 seconds or 38 seconds, whatever they did go for it. They had a big running play. They tried to get the ball down to their isolated receiver out here and tried to make something happen. They just didn't take a knee. You know, they came out and tried to work it.
Here they go, the handoff to the right side. It's a strong carry up there by Deathridge, and that will end the first half. As we mentioned just a moment ago, the Golden Hawks up by 3 touchdowns, 21-0 over the North High School Stars. Cannot wait to have you come back at halftime and watch this excellent North High School marching band. This is a great band. We want you to come back and join us. You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week exclusively on Bright House Networks, sponsored by Barber Honda and Volvo Rents. We welcome you back at halftime to watch the North High School marching band.
Hey, Mom.
When you live in a Bright House, you can always be there when they need you most.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Thanks to Digital Phone. Our calling plans help you save on local and long distance.
Yes, love you too.
So talk all you want.
Hi.
Hey,
You need to get that?
a voicemail.
See how bright life can be.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on Bright House Networks.
Welcome back, everybody. It's halftime at North High School. This is an excellent marching band, the North High School Star Marching Band, Drum and Bugle Corps and Color Guard. Let's listen in and enjoy.
Phone and internet are all set.
Thank you. When you live in a Bright House, every day is easier.
I'll just follow the TV.
Good idea. Because there's only one number to call. And when you combine your digital cable, high-speed internet, and digital phone with the Digital Combo Plus, there's only one bill to pay. Save time, save money, and simplify your life with the Digital Combo Plus. See how bright life can be.
Barber Honda is a proud supporter of Kern County's future NFL stars. Honda has the highest fuel economy average of any car maker in America.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bright House Network's exclusive coverage of the high school football game of the week. It's the third quarter. The Golden Hawks lead 21-0 over the North High Stars. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Paul Press next to me and Brian Adams down on the grass. We'll have 2 full quarters to discuss the first half, but we might not need that much time, Paul, because basically the Golden Hawks, fundamental football, yeah, a little sloppy for here and there, but they're up by 3 touchdowns.
Yep, you're right. But let's not forget, last week, North High was down 21 points to Ridgeview. And they come back to tie it up and force Ridgeview into overtime. And North High Stars are receiving the kickoff here. And we'll see if they pooch it sky high. And if big number 77 gets it again, he's going to love this night because this will be the 3rd time he gets it.
Uh-oh. the PA announcer below me for the North High School campus, the PA said, well, the ball goes to Lake Terrell again, and he said he's turning into somewhat of a kick returner. You got to love that when the PA announcer even has a bit of levity with it. But he's standing in the middle of the football field.
Yeah, and you know, this is back to, we see Lake right there getting behind his blockers, even though he's twice the size of them. And you can see him getting behind it. And here we go, North High picking up right where they left off with momentum, really moving the ball.
Let's a witch. Brian, normally we throw it down to you at the end of the first half to scoop up some comments, but really not the most advantageous night. Neither coach feeling too chit-chatty. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Vance, you know, in terms of Centennial Golden Hawks, I think they're not going to be had with some of the execution on both offense and defense. But if you're a North High Star, you got to say that you had your opportunities to make a dent and keep this game within a touchdown, and they just weren't able to capitalize. So I think North High is coming right back to the field, like Paul said, they're real quick hitting it, and they're start when they left off.
Another big run right up the middle on a 2nd and 4. They get 3 of the 4, so a nice run out there by Death Rage. What do you have, Paul?
Wow, I just got a call on my cell phone. My buddies out around town, Brian Adams always gets it. 57-yard field goal over at BHS. Will Mahan sets a new Valley record of 57-yarder right before halftime. Hits it for BHS.
57-yarder. 57-yard field goal by, 3rd and 1. Look out. North High might run. Fumble! Double fumble! Scooped up by the Golden Hawks.
Wow.
Right in front of us. The football coughed up, or stripped, I should say.
Man.
Coronado again. Wow, what a big football game so far for Eddie Coronado. Here it is. Number 4 comes up again. And he did not make the strip this time. Sorry.
No, but boy, he's right there to recover it.
But he's on it.
Johnny on the spot. Coronado, there he is again. And that's the last thing North High wanted to do. They had momentum. Their kids were pumped up. Now their defense has to step up again.
1st and 10. Golden Hawks, Brock Bivens in the shotgun, and they might look deep here right away. First play of the 3rd quarter for them. Let's see. Bivens looks. Bivens thinks. Bivens backs back up. He's under pressure. Bivens going to get hauled down. No, he's not. Still on his feet. Gives a stiff arm. This time, he is thrown down by Josh Ledzowitz. Josh Ledzowitz with a big, big sack. That is what the doctor ordered. Here comes Bivens. Look out, everybody. This time, let's gets a hold of him and says, "You're coming down, man."
That's what it looks like. I'm sorry. He looks like a football player with that hair hanging down.
2nd and 22 now. Bright spots all around for the Stars tonight. 2nd and 22. Bivens has Fabry in the backfield with him to block, or maybe for the draw play. Bivens does hand the ball to Fabry. Fabry tries to be corralled down at about the 48, but he hauls 2 or 3 Stars up to about the 45. Hey, Kern County, you're looking at a big guy right there. I don't know if we can keep our shot on him, but number 9, Xander Fabry, right there in the middle of your screen. Look at that big guy. We think Lumberjack Campbell's big. Fabry is a forest. Look at that guy.
Yeah. Lumberjack and him in the backfield lined up together.
Wow.
How would that be?
Scary. 3rd and 14. Fabry back there again with Bivens. This time Bivens wants to throw. Nice pass out to the left side. Going to have to take a lot of extra work for a first down, and he gets it. Robinson does all the work. Oh, boy. A quick flare out to the left side. A 6-yard pass turns into a 44-yard touchdown. Woo! Golden Hawks up big, 27-0. Wowee. Patience, 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 huh, Paul?
Wow, they showed patience, and they kept seeing what I saw out there. They kept seeing them when they're in trips, they're outnumbering out there, and they just throw that little X screen out to him, and he breaks one tackle right there. And watch this. He's off to the races, and he just takes off. He turns on the jets right there, and there's no catching him. He puts distance between them real quick.
Some of the North High Stars seemed like they were kind of jogging up to him at first. Then he made that cut, turned the afterburners on, and no catching him. Another perfect PAT by Taylor Alexander makes it 28-0. The Golden Hawks over the North High Stars. To all of you Bright House Network viewers out there, a quick apology. Before the game started, we were speaking about announcing next week's game as soon as we possibly could, and we figured that we would announce the Golden Valley Garces game, but guess what?
Week 10, isn't it? I was, in the back of my head, I kept thinking, no, that's week 10, because we were going, you know, it could come down to Centennial West, but that's week 10. It could
and week
come down
10
to
is
Golden.
and week 10 is BHS Liberty.
BHS Liberty. I mean, Kern County's got some great football. We've got
some big finishing games this year. Big finishing games.
Yeah.
Well, Brian's got a great idea. All 3 of us will go to just different games. You go to a game, I'll go to a game, Brian will go to a game. We'll just call it.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to West since I graduated from West.
I'll go to Golden Valley.
And I'll go to Garces.
Nice.
Well, we've lost the 14 viewers that we have tonight, fellas.
I don't know about that. I've had more than 40 people come up to me during the week and say, hey, you know what? Man, that Brian Adams, he's a sideline reporter, man. I said, I know. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
That's right. You and I,
Yeah.
you and I work for community service. It's
Right.
up and it's deep. What a nice kick. Bobbled at about the 3-yard line, and it's going to be Jose Agallo.
That's the first time they've kicked it deep tonight.
Agallo, a nice return to the 25-yard line. We've got a Centennial kid that is.
Oh.
He's down, and he didn't.
There, we're getting a little movement from him. Now he's rolling around and kicking his legs. That's a good sign.
Well, as we see here, let's see if we can see it on our Bobo Rents replay. Agallo runs through the gap here, and I think he just caught him at the end of the play there. Wow. Well, he's up and he's off the field. That's the good news. Look at this guy. Hey, Halloween's only about 10, 12 days off, my man. I dare you to keep that for 2 more weeks. Oh, he's giving our Carlos man a dirty look. He's giving our cameraman Carlos a wow. 1st and 10, North High School football.
Yeah, as we get ready to go, North High, they got to keep that momentum as they sprint to the line. Young sophomore comes up, takes the snap. Oh, comes back up. Barks. No. Oh, my goodness. And he calls a timeout. Little confusion there. He was trying to set somebody in motion, and nobody would go in motion. Wow, that's not what he wants. Young Travis Gifford really trying to lead this team. First week up on varsity and has been doing a great job. But Centennial Golden Hawks picks up on the fumble on the previous drive and capitalizes on a great sprint. And instead of a 21-7 ball game, now we've got a 28-0 ball game. And as North High sprints up to the line, and he's barking, he's trying to put somebody in motion, nobody goes in motion. Coach Camp calls him over and says, listen, guys, come on. We're down 28-0 to a very good Golden Hawks team. We cannot make mental mistakes. And I can tell you, as a coach, it's one thing to get beat on the football field. It's a whole nother thing when your team beats yourself and makes mental mistakes.
Paul Press, you are absolutely right. 1st and 10, North High School, after they burn a TO. And this Golden Hawks team chomping at the bit. They know if they get that football in their hands, they've got some momentum. Every time they touch the ball, they're getting positive yards, so this defense wants to put it in their hands. Under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Up the middle, hit hard at the line of scrimmage. One of the first Golden Hawks to do the damage is Xander Fabry, but he also had Sean Hall up there with him. He also has big number 60, Gene Castillo, up there with him. Also Tommy Hand up there making some hits. We've mentioned Jacob Cross, and wow.
Yeah.
I think Tanner Webb just said, hey, it's easier for me to turn around and get away from here. They're bringing it tonight, Centennial.
Yeah, those 5 guys, 6 guys, that's 1,200 pounds of solid muscle.
Roger Staubach at QB. Just joking. That's Travis Gifford, and Travis Gifford gets a nice pass out here. Is it caught? No, it's incomplete. He just looks like a young Roger Staubach in that 12 jersey and that star on his head.
Yeah, you know, they may not have scored a touchdown yet, but I'm telling you, Travis Gifford, I'm impressed with the young sophomore. First week up, he gets out here, he squares it, tries to square it, then he squares his shoulder, lets it go. He hits his receiver, but bobbles the ball there. But, you know, he's made some good decisions. He's pulled the ball down, found some open field. And if it wasn't for a couple of fumbles, North High I think, would have 2 touchdowns up on there.
3rd and 8. The ball comes up the middle, and it's timed perfectly on the tackle out there by Xander Fabry. Xander Fabry right in the middle of everything tonight. 4th and 8 for the North High Stars.
Yeah, Xander Fabry is making a shot for, he wants that Bright House player of the game, Barbara Honda player of the game. Xander Fabry is going, hey, what about me?
Oh, look at that.
Showing everybody why he's looking for all league and all area linebacker or fullback. He's got to be in consideration this year.
Ledzowitz back to punt, perfect snap. Nice punt, a big long one. Sends Robinson deep. Robinson might try to run it. He does. Robinson has some room. Watch out for crackbacks. Nice tackle at midfield. He is right down exactly midfield. 1st and 10 Golden Hawks at the 50-yard line. So getting back to that point of misadvertising next week's game, it is not Golden Valley at Garces. So we'll have to take a look at it. I know we have Liberty at Garces. Is that a possibility next week? Brian Adams, if you're there and you can chime in, what possibilities do we have next week, week 9? I know we have Garces and Liberty, and I think that's Garces at Liberty.
You're right. I think we're finally right on that one. So we're all having a doozy tonight because I gave the wrong teams and we've called wrong names, but we're having a good time out here.
Did you hear Brian Adams?
Yeah. He's being polite.
We're all having a good time out here.
That we are.
Always. Always. Paul Press, Brian Adams, and myself, Vance Palm, your 3 broadcaster extraordinaire. And the high school football game of the week brought to you by Barber Honda and Volvo Rents. We do have the Barber Honda Player of the Game award that will go out later on at the end of this football game. 2nd and 10. Bivens still in the shotgun. Fabry back there with him. The ball will be faked to Fabry. Bivens now on his own carry. Bivens gets about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 7.
Well, as we see, as we're putting it up, and the boys in the truck are going to put up some information on the screen. I know we had Dave up here earlier was talking about FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athlete, and we're not getting paid anything by these guys, but it's a good program. We're going to flash some information up on the screen. If you're interested, take it down. Give them a call. There it is, Fellowship of Christian Athlete, 661-565-6320. Or go on there, send them an email, thewashburn5@spcglobal.net. And thank you again, Dave, for coming up and talking to us. As we see a great catch there. Beautiful shot. Hey, nice job, camera guys, man. You guys beautiful tonight, as always. Bright House camera guys right on top of it. Centennial Golden Hawks moving the chain, Vance. And once again, the North High Stars got to dig in deep here and cannot give up a touchdown. They cannot go down 35-0.
Bivens, shotgun, Fabry next to him. Bivens, this time hands to Fabry. Fabry hit early. Fabry just hard to corral down, and as he muscles his way up to about the 33-yard line. Look at this football game tonight. Golden Valley 7-0 at Palmdale. 7-0 Golden Valley at Palmdale, 5-1. Palmdale hasn't lost since week 1. Wow, what a football game that might be.
Yeah.
Oh, man, did you see Fabry knock off Letzowicz's helmet?
Wow.
Man, Xander Fabry. Man, that's a 1-yard loss, but a helmet lost as well. Bivens, flag on the play right in front of the back judge's eyes. I mean, he was right on it as we get a shot of the Centennial coaching staff. The score is 28-0, by the way. Centennial over North High. 5.5 left in the third quarter. Looks as if it's going to go against the Golden Hawks, Paul.
Yeah, they're looking, they're talking, okay, you mark it off, I'm going to go out here and give the signal, and you mark it off, and let's keep this thing rolling. By the way, the officials, for as many penalties we've had, we see the signal holding, and they're going to call that. It was in the backfield there, and it was right in front of him, so he's going to call that one. But we've all seen Centennial score from this area of the field, so they are explosive. And they do have some burners on the outside as they come out, trips right here. Now they come out to quads. 4 receivers out here on the right side of the football field.
Wow. They've got so many of them, they're out of the picture. 2nd and 21. Bivens will throw across the middle. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Nice job up there by the big fellow. Lake got his hand on it.
Yeah.
He is a fired-up player, Lake Terrell.
Yeah. Lake Terrell letting everybody in Kern County say, hey, you know what? Well, I might be over here with the North High Stars. We've only won 1 game. But Lake's showing everybody in Kern County he definitely needs to be considered one of the better defensive linemen here in Bakersfield.
3rd and 21. 3rd and 21. Robinson in motion. Bivens will look. Bivens throws. Coronado, intended receiver, in and out of his hands, and the Golden Hawks will punt the football away on a 4th and 21.
North High still playing hard, and their kids. I'm gonna say something right now. Coach Camps, I like what you're doing. Please keep it up. North High Stars, keep playing hard. They're hitting hard, yet Deathwood reaches down and picks up Bivens after he knocks him down. Pats him on the rear and says, hey, good job, Bivens, and they hustle off. Good sportsmanship.
Golden Hawks will punt. A wobbly punt off to the right side, and it takes a football kind of bounce. 21-yard line is where the North High Stars will take it. I'd like to remind everybody out there watching Bright House Networks that if you have a friend or a family member or someone that's watching your Bright House right now and they don't have it, you better talk them into it. Think of all of the things you get with Bright House Networks. You can get everything that runs through your house at one time, your computer, your digital phone, your cable. Bakersfield On Demand, channel 300. Of course, don't forget, coming up very soon, well, basically tomorrow night, or if you're watching this on Saturday morning on our Encore, tonight, don't miss Condors Hockey. I'll be hosting the pregame show with their new play-by-play guy, and then we have some special guests in our intermissions. Condor Hockey tonight, if you're watching this on our Saturday replay. Look at this, they go up strong, and it's picked off. Picked off. Preston Lopez pulls down an interception for the Golden Hawks.
Well, they tried to go downfield, and I don't blame North High for trying to air it out a little bit. He just overthrows him. And he's trying to go for Anthony Mitchell, the tall tight end, split in Anthony Mitchell, number 88, and just overthrows him. I don't know if he overthrew him or if Mitchell cut that route a little short.
Well, either way, with 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter, Golden Hawks on a 1st and 10. Bivens has a couple of backs with him. He sends Robinson in motion. Bivens Hands the ball off to the left side, and that's Christian Johnson. Johnson gets about 2 or 3 tough yards. As I was saying, the Condors on this weekend. Bright House Networks coming up soon, the Bakersfield Jam. Cal State University Bakersfield basketball on a tank full. We have playoff football coming up, high school playoff football here shortly. And then we'll break into next year and have some Cal State basketball, some more Condors, and in springtime, it's Bakersfield Blitz time. So a lot of Bright House Network's exclusive sports coming your way. 2nd and 9. Bivens fakes it. Play action. Bivens overthrows Xander Fabry. And while I have this moment, another fantastic show on Bright House Networks is Damage TV. Meathead and Desi, the 2 hosts. Those 2 cats like to have a good time. Damage TV. Another great option for you for Bright House Networks. Our director tonight, the Z-Man himself, as this ball goes over Fabry. We have our own man, Zach, in the truck, and his great crew of fellas. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go down in the truck right during halftime as they were shooting that band. I was pretty impressed with everything going on in that truck.
Opportunity? Is that an opportunity you had?
Wow.
Lucky you. Lucky you. 3rd and 9. Bivens on a screenplay. Oh, maybe a flag. No. Yep.
Oh.
Came
Wow.
awfully late, and it came from way back. But I think that referee saw what we saw, and they were all over Fabry's back. So he might have had the best angle, and he made the call. Here you see it, everybody. Wow. Ooh, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, woo!
That the line judge on the North High side was very close to the play, and he didn't throw his flag, but the back judge comes down.
Watch this, everybody.
Right. Boy, that's tight. That's a judgment call, and he called it.
1st and 10, Golden Hawks at the 24-yard line for North High School Stars. Lake Terrell, defensive end. Tries to clamp down on the defense, and he's trying to hold up on Xander Fabry. At all of 7 North High School Stars trying to bring him down. Fabry, the consummate workhorse for this Golden Hawk squad.
Yeah, he's definitely a workhorse. We're seeing some very good athletes on the field tonight. And Bivens seems to have calmed down and settled down and got into a rhythm and hit a lot of his passes. Oh, there's our camera guys.
Kevin, say hello to Kern County. Wow. Greg, is that guy old enough to even drive a car? Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg. 2nd and 4. Bivens has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's on a keeper. Bivens up the middle, hit hard. A couple of big hits. But it looks like he picks up another 1st down, and he does. Wow.
Yeah, it keeps the clock running. We're down. Well, they're going to stop the clock for just a second to move the chains, but they'll start it back up. As we see right there, some big hitting going on. This has been a physical game, though.
Sure has.
Very physical game.
Wow. Silver and black, man. Well, oh, wait a minute, everybody. Wait a second. Are you kidding me? Oh.
Wow. Guys in the truck working hard.
We have reached new heights. New heights. There's. Oh, man.
Wow.
Speechless. They take us into headquarters for basically the entire universe. The Bright House Networks production truck on the road.
Wow.
Zach, Steve, Edward.
Can I say I'm jealous?
No.
I thought I only got the opportunity to go inside the truck.
I was waiting for the audio clip of Three Stooges. All right, 1st and 10. What in the wide world of sports has happened here? What was that? What?
He's been hit on the sideline too many times.
Robinson in motion. Bivens on the hard count. Out to Robinson. He's got all the room in the world. Looks for a cut up. He does, and it's touchdown Golden Hawks. Touchdown Golden Hawks.
Wow. Look at the speed. Robinson's so fast. He just doesn't look that fast. He catches the ball and he just gets upfield so fast. Look at the burst of speed.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. From a dead stop, he just can crank it up.
And right there, it's a foot race right there, and he gets in. Man, he's got some speed on him.
Wow. Well, PAT, the snap, the hold, it's up, and it is good again. Another perfect PAT by Taylor Alexander. The score is 35-0. Centennial over the North High School Stars.
Well, they're going to start calling our van the Bright House Blowout Van.
Bright House Networks production truck zoning in on that nice field of green up here on the north side. Hey, now there we go right there.
There.
I know the feeling, Dad. I know the feeling.
I like that haircut. That was a good haircut on that young man.
2:54 left here in the third quarter. Centennial will kick off the North High School. It's 35-0 Centennial. Well, for those of you viewers a few moments ago that were shown a shot of Carlos, our cameraman, on the ground, on the field, it looked as if he might have maybe lost control of his senses for a few moments. We don't want anyone to be concerned. That's how he is all the time.
Well, he is the sideline cameraman, and he has taken a few shots this year.
Yeah, but you know what? He's just as whacked up in the Condor games up in the mezzanine level, and he's nowhere near the ice. Another short kick. It's going to be taken by who else? Who else? The big guy. Sooner he's trying to get outside. He's trying to get outside, and this time Big Lake is taken down back at the 20.
Wow. Somebody needs to tell Lake, don't try to outrun these guys. You're 255, 260. You're not going to run out these little rabbits. Watch him here. Get behind your blockers. Now he says, watch this. I'm going to get to the outside. Watch me. Watch me get to the outside. Stiff arm there.
Oops.
And, well, as we've got another change in quarterback, Travis Gifford comes back in this time. Last series, we had number 16, Cody Ernest, back in. So I'm keeping track this half. Last half, I got a little confused.
Handoff goes out to Deathridge. Jared Deathridge brings it out to the 26-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards.
Well, I think North's going to work on some stuff right here, and you can hear him saying, hey, come on, come on. On our sideline mic there, you can hear the coaches still pumping them up and doing their job. And but I'd like to see him work on young Travis Gifford, maybe have him air the ball out a little bit and work on a little bit of a passing game here. Of course, you want that clock to continue to run. Nice shot of dad and son there.
2nd and 9. Gifford behind the QB with a pitch out to the right side. He cuts back up against the grain, and that'll be Tanner Webb. Webb gets maybe 2 or 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 5. We are under the 2-minute mark here left in the third quarter. So just to reiterate, we have not chosen next week's game yet. We thought it was week 10 next week, but it's only week 9, so we'll have to make our announcement early next week. There's a couple of very possible candidates out there. Look out, Gifford in trouble. Gifford hammered and thrown back to the 17-yard line. Gifford taking some big licks right now. That brings up 4th and very long.
Well, week 9 should be some SSL games. Look out there at that SSL and see what they've got going on.
I know there's Garces at Liberty.
Yeah.
The Lumberjack versus Big Campus.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Campbell Bowl.
Campbell soup. We're under a minute here in the third quarter. North High School is going to have to punt. They're not going to give the Golden Hawks the football with 22 yards left into the end zone. Looks like Fabry wants to come hard here. He steps back. There's a nice wobbly punt. He's going to take another football bounce, that's for sure. And a die is at the 6-yard line. So Centennial, again, really hasn't had bad field position all night. And then sometimes they've had very good field position.
Well, they're going to start with very good position right here. They're 55 yards away from making this a 42-0 ball game.
Coaching staff for the Stars, Mark Camps is your head coach. Cy Silver, one of the assistants, Danny Walters and James Chester. For the Golden Hawks, assistant coaches Ryan Rentz, Dave Rice, Richard Parrott, Paul Ogilvy, Rob Hallam, and Chuck Trujillo. Hope you heard all that. Broken play from the very beginning.
Well, we got a broken play on the field, but the North High cheerleaders showing their stuff and doing a nice job of their routine right down in front of their fans and enjoying it. Still having a good time. Friday night football, and look at the band. Now the band's saying, hey, we can dance also.
First and 15 for the Golden Hawks. Thank you, Carlos.
Oh,
what a nice play.
Who else?
Wow, Tanner Webb out there with a big hit. And that probably will finish the third quarter, and it does. When we come back, it will be the fourth quarter. The Golden Hawks have controlled this football game from the start. They're up big. When we come back, we'll get the finishing touches on this football game with 12 more minutes to play on Bright House Network's exclusive high school football game of the week. Back in a moment.
Do all your friends and family live in California, or are they spread out across the country? Either way, we have a calling plan to meet your needs. Choose Unlimited Nationwide and call anytime, anywhere in the U.S. and Puerto Rico for one low price. Or choose our new Unlimited California plan and call anywhere in the state for one low price. Either way, we make it easy. Bright House Network's digital phone. Home phone service on your terms, not the phone company's.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
We are back, everybody, the fourth quarter, and it's going to be, well, we started the quarter right before we came back on the air, and there was a flag on that play, and it's going to be against the Golden Hawks, so we'll start it over, basically. Right now, front runners for the Barber Honda Player of the Game, there's 3 of them, and 2 are on the North High squad. Some early discussions going on about Tanner Webb, Lake Terrell, and then for the Golden Hawks, Dustin Robinson with a couple of TDs. So there's all sorts of discussions for the Barber Honda Player of the Game. Bivens in the shotgun. Takes his time. Low snap, hands the ball to Fabry. Fabry up the middle to about the 35-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd and 20.
Yeah.
3rd and 20, right in Bivens' wheelhouse.
Yeah, as we see Xander Fabry kind of hobble off the field, and there was another one that you'd have to consider for a player of the game, possibly. He's played a very good game up to this point.
The big guy walks off with a gimp. Uh-oh. 3rd and 20. Bivens on the run. Bivens lets it go.
As the flags fly, which will stop the clock with 11:17.
Man, oh man. Another penalty flag. And I thought that Bivens was a little bit beyond the line of scrimmage to let that ball go. Well, let's see. I think Brian saw the same thing I did.
Yep.
Yep. Illegal pass. He was past the line of scrimmage. Good eye, Brian. And I've got a little bit of my vision left. So that'll bring up 4th and 20.
Yeah. 4th and
Centennial rushes to the football. Punt squad comes from the sidelines. High snap. A wobbly punt. Oh, fumble! It was not, he did not give a fair catch signal and then dropped the football. And that's Jose Agallo. I didn't see the signal for the fair catch.
I don't think there was one. There was no, he tried to return this. He gets it right here and then tries to move.
Oh boy.
Now
and it was collected instantly by the Golden Hawks.
Wow. You can't keep doing that. You know. How many times have they fumbled tonight? 3? That's 3 fumbles and they've lost all 3. They put it on the ground.
Bivens right back on the football field as QB. Takes the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a second. I was fooled again. Fooled again. Tommy Hand at quarterback. Tommy Hand steps in there in the shotgun. Got me too, Paul.
Yeah, 6'2", 215. There's a little bit of size difference between
Tommy
Hand and Bivens. And all of a sudden he comes running. We didn't notice when they came out, but look at here. Big kid right there. And as we see, we're starting to see some guys in different positions. Coach Nixon's, I see a lot of pearly white uniforms on the field for the Centennial Hawks. So he's going to go ahead and pull his starters and get some guys some reps. So we probably will not see Bivens or Fabre anymore.
In the shotgun now is Tommy Hand. Tommy Hand in the shotgun. Tommy Hand hands the ball off to another Centennial running back. That's Philip Bender. Philip Bender is a 5'10", 168-pound junior. As you said, Coach Nixon passing around. And there is, on that shot right there, everybody, the tough Josh Letzowitz. And he is on the sidelines, an injured North High School star, Josh Letzowitz.
Well, they can't afford any more injuries.
Man.
They already have 3 key players out.
Especially not him.
Yeah, that's
1st and 10. Hand in at QB. This time, the ball is handed off to Philip Bender again. Bender up to the right side. As you say, Paul, a lot of players coming in and tapping guys out. Into the football game is Jansen Case. Jansen Case checks into the football game.
wow.
Score is 35 to nothing. 35 to nothing Centennial. We have 9.5 left here in the football game.
Yeah, shot of the North High Band. They've been doing a great job tonight playing.
Two tubas.
Keeping us entertained over here.
Wow, Hand has everybody split out here. Will Hand toss the football? No, he won't. He's on a keeper. Hand looking for the corner. Doesn't get it. Shut down, but picks up the first down. And the clock will start up again after they get the down markers there. So Coach Nixon starting to show Kern County just how deep this football team is with that heroic comeback against the Blades up at Memorial Stadium. And now he's just really spreading the wealth with this football.
Yeah, and then, you know, one of their losses comes to a very tough loss to BHS at BHS, so no shame in that. This is a quality team, and they are definitely going to make a title run for their league. And so it's going to become between, I believe, them and the West High Vikings, but they're going to have to stop Ryan Matthews.
Well, another penalty flag before the ball is snapped. I think it might have been a false start on Centennial. Yes, that's what I hear over the PA announcement. So 8:50 left in this football game. Paul Press, by the time this game is finished and put on the air, whether it's Friday night or Saturday morning, all of these local games will have been finished, and it will kind of not be a mystery anymore, but it's still kind of fun to talk about what we think might happen tonight. You never gave me your thought on that Golden Valley 7-0, Palmdale 5-1.
Well, I'm going to go with our local team, Golden Valley, but I know a little bit about that Palmdale team. That Palmdale team, they're quality. And they say, as they say, "Paka, Palmdale," huh? That song.
There's another shot of one of our talented cameramen. Is that Mark up there? Mark looks like he's in the front of a runway with all those lights right there. That's the shot we'll be seeing in just a moment. Not that one, that's field level, but there's Mark's shot right there in that Volvo Rent. Oh, fumble! Fumble!
There you go.
Tommy Hand, and I know there's a lot of one-liners right now about the last name Tommy Hand.
Went right through his hands.
Dropped out of his hands. Sorry, Tommy, got to give those to you. And fumble recovery, and look at this. Oh boy. And about 4 or 5 hands visit that ball until it's scooped up by the North High Stars. And with under 8 minutes, the North High School Stars will take the ball deep in their own territory at about the 4-yard line, and off they go, Paul.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to coach them up. Coach Camps and his crew, they know, coming into this game, they were underdogs, no doubt about it. But you always want to finish well.
All right, running play to the outside. Look at this, everybody. Wow, nice big hard run out there by Tanner Webb. Brian Adams, let's go down to the field. One of your contacts has called you, Brian, and this is news to Paul and I. What do you have for us?
Well, Vance, Golden Valley looks like they will not be in the realm of the undefeated as they're getting beat by somewhere around about 41-7 in the fourth quarter.
41-7 in the fourth quarter. Golden Valley getting hammered by Palmdale. Wow. Brian Adams with the scoop. Hey, there you go. I want my daughters to see these high school girls doing the hand slap game because that's one of her favorite things. And I said, you know what? Keep doing that. I kept my daughter. Keep doing that.
Yeah. It's being a basketball guy, you can probably tell us better than anything. That's great hand-eye coordination. It's great workout.
Her little girlfriends do this thing 100 miles an hour. I said, girls, keep doing that. That's good for you. Look at this. Tanner Webb trying to get outside. He's hit hard and wrapped up and brought down. Hey, kudos to the coaching staffs for both teams, but a special highlighted kudos to the tackling coach for Centennial. These young players really know how to wrap them up.
Yeah, and one of the good things is Coach Nixon and his crew took these guys up to Hume Lake this summer. Went out there themselves. They worked and earned it, and the players went out there and had a great time and came together as a team, and it's really starting to show this year. They're playing together as a unit, and everybody's swarming to the ball.
Nice pass across the middle. Oh, the intended receiver out there was number 21, Daniel Terry. I believe that's Ryan Rentz. Is that right, Brian? Ryan Rentz?
Yes, former West High player, so Paul is one of your alumnus, and he also played at Boise State.
Yeah.
Boise State making a major move right now on the national football polls. But what about tomorrow? The Bruins and the Golden Domers. Brian Adams. I have to throw it back to you.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Bruins, and that's my heart. I don't know because I think they're kind of up and down, especially with the quarterback out. But Victor Garcia, I don't know what the score is your game, the final score is, but I'll be getting my dinner back as the Notre Dame Golden Domers go down.
Wow. That's a deal. All you can get from Paul and I is a wow. Brian Adams calling on his emotion, his heart, his home squad, and his alumni to overcome the Golden Domers of Notre Dame. Hey, that's going to be a great football game tomorrow. Can't wait.
Yeah. As he's talking about Coach Renz, Ryan Renz, there's no doubt, wouldn't be surprised if we see him as a head coach somewhere here within the Kern High School District in the next year or two. Definitely qualified to be a head coach. He's done a good job with Centennial. And I'm sure Coach Nixon doesn't want to see him leave, but then again, we always are happy when coaches or general managers in our case this week with the Bakersfield Blitz. Our general manager got a promotion. He's now in Las Vegas, and wish him well on his way with the Las Vegas Gladiators. And Jerry Turner, number 56, signed with Grand Rapids.
I saw that. JT, 1st and 10, 6.5 left. Trouble, Hand, broken play. Hand still on his feet. Hand still running, and he never really touched the field with his knee, so he was still up. So the clock continues to tick. Bring up, I think, second at about a 15, second at about a 14 maybe. But, again, no word yet on what we'll be calling next week. It's going to be a big game no matter what. We've got some big options, so always call and check in. There's some high school students there checking out the action here.
Yeah.
2nd and 14. Hand hands the ball off. Tough yards out there by Philip Bender. Don't forget, everybody, to go to the website, MyBrightHouse, www.mybrighthouse.com. Click on Bakersfield, then you'll get all of the programming. Paul Press, give us a blitz on the update on the blitz.
Well, we were talking about Coach Ren's ready to go to, be the head coach. Happy to say the GM got promoted. Bakersfield's own, Bakersfield College, Alex Wallace signed with New Orleans Voodoo. He'll be in the AFL. Just a few days ago, Jerry Turner, number 56, signed with Grand Rapids Rampage. Bobby Pesavento is here in town and actually coaching junior high flag football over at the school where I teach, but he is out of town this weekend. He got flown, I won't say which city, but one of the big teams flew him out for a workout, and he's got another workout the following week over on the East Coast. So we're hoping he stays here, but guys are moving. We had a great season. We got a big announcement coming next week regarding our coaching staff. I was happy to find out today, but I can't quite release that yet because all the ink's not dried on the contracts.
Very good.
Coach Compton is back. Most of his staff, we're going to have all that. But, our guys are moving, and that's what it's all about, moving guys up and moving them up. So that's 3 people in the front office up to the AFL, 2 players, possibly 3. So we've got another one of our linemen, Daniel Kegler, is supposed to be getting signed this next week. So we're happy. And some big rule changes in the AFL this year. Big rule changes.
Brian Adams and I will bring the 2007 season to you from Rabobank Arena. 3rd and 14, 4:42 left in this football game. Hand is the quarterback. Hand hands the ball to Bender. It's going to be well short of a first down. It's going to be 4th and 11. 4th and 11. Well, there's still a lot of discussion about the Barber Honda player of the game. Yes, the Golden Hawks are up 35-0. Let's open up the microphones and have a bit of a discussion. Brian Adams.
Well, I'll tell you, Vance, the name that keeps popping up to me, and he's been all over the field, is Lake. I think Lake's had a great game. I think I'm going to vote for Lake, but, Coronado had 2 fumble recoveries. Robertson had a big game offensively, scored a touchdown. But just the way his energy and the way he's played, despite, the score of the game, has just been impressive to me.
So Brian Adams leaning towards number 77, Lake Terrell, for the North High School Stars. Obviously not on the winning side of the football, but that has never been a prerequisite, as we know and as we see here. Tough luck here for the Stars as he's trying to haul it in here, Jose Agallo, and now he
had a rough night back there. Hang in there, Jose.
Paul Press, let's open up the mics with regards to Barber Honda player of the game. We're 3:45 away, but we might as well start discussing it.
Well, as we see him hustle up there, he's played both sides of the ball all night, and I almost want to go with Lake Terrell myself as we see a nice long pass.
Tanner Webb.
And there's another name, Tanner Webb. Played great defensively. You know, he makes tackles, strips the ball, recovers the fumbles. But if I was picking a player, not having anything to do with the score, Lake Terrell would be my guy tonight. He's shined on both sides of the ball. Heck, he's even returned kicks. But Robinson's been impressive with his speed. It's a coin toss night. We've had so many kids play their hearts out.
1st and 10 for the Stars, midfield. There's a pitch out to the right side. Tanner Webb cuts upfield. Oh, boy. Woohoo! He had some room there. Wow-wee.
Whose boyfriend is that? Wow. As we see it right here as he gets behind. And guess who's leading that charge? 77. And well, he don't have anybody blocked. 11 goes, I don't want to be blocked. He said, well, that's Jacob Tackett said, Lake Terrell's not going to come hit me.
Wow. Here come the Stars. And the Stars are running over the Golden Hawks right now, late in the football game. We are under the 3-minute mark. And what a nice big run out there by Jared Dethridge. Wow.
Well, this is not Centennial starters. If you just turned in, it's 35-0. But North High, give them credit. They're not lying down. They're wanting to score. It's a matter of pride now as they toss the ball out.
Tanner Webb.
Yeah, to whom else? Tanner Webb.
Our director, Zach in the truck, is one of the other votes on the Barber Honda Player of the Game, and Zach has not given us his call yet. Not given us his call yet. The official word from the truck from Zach. 2:22 left in this football game. Gifford hands the ball out to Dethridge again. Flag on the play. Dethridge out to the 12-yard line. Our man on the field, Brian Adams, says it looks like it may be holding.
Well, if they call this a hold, and if they call it on 77, I have to disagree. He did get his hands into his chest, but he puts him straight on his back. And yes, he does land on top of him, but that's a pancake block, and that's what you want to see from an offensive lineman. We don't get it there on the camera, but I was watching, and Centennial's clapping their hands, so they're going to call holding against North High. But just because the defensive lineman's on his back doesn't mean there was a hold.
2:11 left in the football game. 2nd and super long now for the North High Stars.
Hey, Brian, are you ready to deal with the winning team being pissed off at us? North High comes up. They're going to throw the ball here. He lays back, steps into it. Oh, a little pass interference. And here comes the flag.
That'll go right back down to the other side of the field, and it's going to be 1st down for the Stars. Defensive pass interference.
Wow. Yep.
Well, here's the play. They were all over him. He had no chance, and he almost made the catch still.
Yeah.
But he was being mugged at the 10-yard line.
Well, the question is now, is North High going to get the ball in the end zone tonight and give their fans something to cheer about towards the end of the game with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left? And I'm telling you, Bright House viewers, there is some heavy discussion going on in my right ear about who is going to get Barber Honda Player of the Game, because I tell you, it's coming out almost as an even vote. And, we don't want to slide anybody. Like I said, and you said, and everybody said, we've had a lot of great players as they run a toss out here.
Look at this, Travis Gifford to Dethridge. Touchdown. Dethridge runs along the side and tiptoes into the end zone. Boy, he was close to that line, and I mean, he was real close to this line. What a nice run. Look out, Brian. Look at our man B.
Barely flinched.
PAT is good. 35-7. Well, the North High School Stars get into the end zone. Centennial will receive this kickoff. Here's another great on-field look at this run. He is in, and that is a clean touchdown. What a nice run. And look at this good-looking athlete that he almost runs into. Look out, B. Adams.
He's still a little light on his feet right there. He backsteps pretty well.
That was funny.
And back to his days when he was playing
I can only
corner.
go one time, though.
Yeah.
Back to his days when he was playing that corner for the Drillers. And then he gets up to UCLA, and they said, nah, you won't be covering anybody, saying you better just run and catch the ball.
1:58 left in this football game. Centennial's been in charge pretty much the whole time. It's 35-7. North High School will kick off. As we'd say, it's under 2 minutes left in the football game. We have had some very serious discussion about the Barber Honda Player of the Game. That big fellow you see on your screen right there, number 77, Lake Terrell, has been all over the field for the Stars, both sides of the field, catching kickoffs, special teams. And now they go for the onside, and it's going to be the big guy, and he almost came up with the onside kick. I will say this, fellas, he is the most into it tonight. I mean, he is into this football game.
I'm cracking up because I'm around football quite a bit. Very seldom as you see he'll come off, get a drink. He will go back in the game. I can tell you that right now. Watch this right here. Very seldom do you have your biggest guy on your team running down to cover a spoof onside right there. But I guess 260 pounds running at you is going to make you blink a little bit.
Wow.
You know, they're hoping he kind of coughs that ball up, but wow. He's definitely had a long night.
1st and 10, Golden Hawks. Hand is the quarterback, Tommy Hand. Hands the ball to Bender. Bender up the middle. Bender carries a group of Golden Hawks with him, and just like that, a first down. Another big first down. Well, Zach has weighed in, and Zach and I both feel that based on some long, important, impactful touchdown runs that number 28, Dustin Robinson from the Golden Hawks deserves serious nod. And we still have about 73 seconds to talk about this. Hand has running backs with him. Another penalty flag late in the football game with a minute left, and we have had an infraction on the field. Well,
I'm laughing into the mic, and I apologize for laughing in anybody's ears. I'm watching 77 Lake Terrell on North High side, and he's over by the coach saying, come on, coach, let me back in. And the coach is looking like, no, you don't need to. And he's trying to, look, and he's out there by the coach trying to squeak back onto the field. At 260, I don't think he's going to be able to sneak onto the field without getting seen, but he's trying.
Well, the clock has started to tick again, and I think what we have is a judicious decision here, and our Barber Honda Player of the Game, we just had him in the frame, number 28. It will be Dustin Robinson, and there is our Barber Honda Player of the Game, and that was a tough choice. We all love Lake Terrell, and he was so close to winning it. But Robinson had some very big touchdown runs, and he also, plays pretty much all over the field on every part of this football team as well. And if I remember correctly, he had a whale of a football game at Memorial Stadium as well. And that is going to do it, everybody. 35-7 is the final score. The Golden Hawks defeat the North High School Stars in Week 8 of high school football. I'll be back in just a moment down on the field with our Barber Honda Player of the Game, Dustin Robinson. Some big touchdown runs, and the North High School Stars very proud of their school, their institution. They've got a fine facility. We thank them for their hospitality. We appreciate it. Back in a moment on the field with our Barber Honda Player of the Game.
When you live in a bright house, house, every day is easier thanks to high-speed internet that's so much faster than dial-up or standard DSL.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, who are they from?
Plus, there's a choice of speeds to meet your needs and your budget. Bright House Network's high-speed internet. See how bright life can be.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Barber Honda is a proud supporter of Kern County's future NFL stars. Honda has the highest fuel economy average of any car maker in America.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Dustin Robinson, the Barber Honda Player of the Game for the Centennial Golden Hawks. The Golden Hawks win tonight over North High, 35-7. Dustin, congratulations. We'll get to the awards in just a few moments. What was the game plan coming in tonight?
We just got to stop. We had to stop their tempo. We knew they were going to come out really hard against us because we know they hate us.
Last time we saw you guys play was up at Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium. That big comeback against the East High Blades. Did that kind of push you into the season?
Yeah, our whole thing's been just to get it back.
In a couple weeks, you have a pretty big football game against the West High Vikings. Who do you have next week?
We have Ridgeview.
Ridgeview next week. Well, before we get to next week, let's talk about tonight. It seemed like to us, to Brian Adams on the field, myself and Paul Press up in the booth, you have another gear, and it starts from nothing and gets to real fast. How'd you get all the speed?
I don't know, just got a boost in the end zone.
How's the chemistry right now for the Golden Hawks?
We're good.
Very good. Congratulations on behalf of Barber Honda. We have this plaque here, the Barber Honda Player of the Game. That is yours, young man. But as everybody knows, the most prized possession is this right here, the Bright House Network's High School Football Game of the Week t-shirt. You only get it if you're an announcer, or the Barber Honda Player of the Game will give you a last opportunity to say something to your teammates and your coaches.
Just get it back.
Dustin Robinson, congratulations. Barber Honda, Player of the Game. Great job, young man. We'll see you next week. Big game for Week 9. We don't know who it's going to be yet, but there's a lot of big options from North High School and everybody at Bright House Networks. This is Vance Palm saying you thank you. Good night. God bless. There was Rene Bernal. He's up and everybody's up. They're clapping. Clock did stop for a moment, so Tehachapi gets to kind of regroup here. The defensive captain for the Warriors is Lance Lang. He's out in front of his players about to call this. Nice job out there by Scott Randolph. Runs out there to make sure his player's okay. our Barber Honda player of the game. We have much deliberation to do over the next minute and 15 seconds here. Well, it's...
Is it the pitcher or the catcher?
I don't know.
Yeah, because...
Is it the pitcher or the catcher?
Because he was throwing a lot of strikes, but that catcher didn't miss any of those strikes.
Well, we still got some time left. We'll discuss it. 1 minute exactly here. 2nd and 10. This Arvin Bear